The internet has a way of rewarding the worst instincts in people.
What? Little prop, what you gonna do? What you gonna do, little prop? Yeah.
And sometimes it builds entire careers out of them.
Niggas gonna come up to me, bro, why you being racist to other people in other countries? For money!
For clout! I've said it many times. I don't give a fuck. I have no morals. I'm a fucking...
Neon didn't become controversial overnight. Long before the chaos, the bans, and the endless headlines, he was just another kid uploading gaming videos into the void. In 2016, at just 12 years old, Neon posted NBA 2K gameplay to YouTube. The videos were ordinary, the kind thousands of other creators were already making, and the results reflected that. After more than a year of uploading, his channel barely crossed a couple hundred subscribers. This part of his story is real, and it matters, because it explains what came next. Neon was entering an oversaturated space. Bigger creators dominated 2K content. The game's popularity was already slipping, and his videos didn't stand out enough to overcome either problem. But instead of quitting, Neon adapted. He added a face cam, uploaded more frequently, and began searching for something, anything that would get attention. That search led him to Fortnite. When Fortnite exploded in popularity, Neon followed the trend, and for the first time, it worked. His channel began to grow, views increased, subscribers climbed into the thousands. But Fortnite alone wasn't the secret. What really changed was Neon's understanding of how attention worked online. Around this time, he began heavily clickbaiting his NBA 2K videos by falsely claiming he was the son of Ronnie 2K, the game's well-known media manager. The rumor spread quickly, gaining enough traction that Ronnie 2K, real name Ronnie Singh, later stated it caused serious personal strain, including issues within his marriage, before it was ultimately cleared up as a misunderstanding. This claim was false. It worked because of coincidence, timing, and the fact that the 2K community already had a complicated relationship with Ronnie himself. When the real Ronnie publicly denied the claim, the attention didn't disappear. It multiplied.
He was making me rage. He was shitting on me. I was going crazy, throwing shit, whatever. And he just titled the video, Ronnie 2K Son. Like, he did it himself. I didn't tell him to do it, nothing. And then it was this whole thing, the whole 2K community. They're like, oh, you're Ronnie 2K Son. Everyone believed it. It was crazy. And then Ronnie, it almost ruined his marriage because his wife thought he had another son.
Oh, wow.
That she wasn't telling him about. And she was like, what's going on, whatever, all this shit. So Ronnie hated me. He was like, bro, this kid's a piece of shit, using my name, all this stuff. So he hated me for years. And then we met up, and now me and Ronnie are we're really cool, really close. I met his family, I met his grandparents, I met his wife. I think they just got
By late 2019, Neon had moved into live streaming. His content became louder, more exaggerated, and increasingly theatrical. Many of his videos were staged or heavily dramatized, something that wasn't hidden from viewers but also wasn't clearly labeled. Titles referenced arrest, deportation, family conflict, and extreme personal crises. The stories escalated because escalation worked. One video, where Neon claimed he was running away from home after his parents took his PlayStation and threatened to send him to a mental hospital, went viral. The story was exaggerated, but the results were real. Millions of views and a massive spike in attention. From there, the format evolved into a series, each video another update, each situation more outrageous than the last. Breaking into a neighbor's house, getting arrested, going to jail, being deported. Each narrative pushed the line a little further, blurring the boundary between performance and reality just enough to keep viewers engaged. Then, in 2019, Neon crossed into territory that changed how people viewed him. A video titled "Neon is Dying" appeared on his channel. It showed a poorly edited hospital image and text claiming he was having seizures and was in critical condition. Shortly after, his death was announced. Then, just as quickly, he revealed he was alive. This was real, and so was the backlash. For some viewers, it was the first moment they realized Neon was willing to fake something as serious as death for attention. For others, it didn't matter. The views kept coming. The controversy kept feeding the algorithm. And Neon learned a dangerous lesson early on. Outrage didn't end careers, it fueled them. As YouTube tightened its rules and audiences became more skeptical of extreme clickbait, Neon shifted platforms. Live streaming offered something pre-recorded videos couldn't. Immediacy. There was no edit, no time to reflect, no barrier between action and reaction. Whatever happened on stream felt real in the moment, and that feeling was enough. On Twitch and later on Kick, Neon's persona hardened. The exaggeration turned into confrontation. His streams became unpredictable by design, built around the idea that anything could happen at any moment. Arguments, breakdowns, screaming matches, public stunts, these weren't accidents, they were the product. Some of what happened on stream was real, some of it was staged. Often, it was impossible to tell where one ended and the other began. Neon's behavior grew more erratic as his audience grew younger and more reactive. He insulted viewers, argued with strangers, and pushed himself into situations designed to provoke a response. The more chaotic the moment, the more attention it generated. Clips spread across social media. Reaction channels picked them up. Each incident fed the next. But live streaming also removed the safety net. Unlike edited videos, there was no way to walk things back in real time.
Oh shit. Watch out.
And over time, those moments began stacking up. Multiple streams featured Neon making offensive remarks, harassing people in public, or instigating conflicts that quickly spiraled out of control. Some of these incidents resulted in platform penalties and temporary bans, events that were real and publicly documented. Others circulated as clips without full context, debated endlessly by viewers trying to determine what was genuine and what was exaggerated for effect. Neon rarely clarified. Instead, controversy became part of the brand. Each ban was framed as proof he was being targeted. Each backlash became evidence that people were too sensitive. This framing resonated with a certain portion of his audience, who saw Neon not as reckless, but as authentic, someone willing to say and do what others wouldn't.
Popular streamer online called Neon, and he said he was banned from the arena tonight, specifically by...
He said he was banned from the arena? No, what happened is he said some stupid shit on Instagram. When you start saying stupid shit like that, yeah, you're probably going to get busted up and thrown out of here.
But authenticity has a cost. As Neon's reputation grew worse, collaborations dried up. Other streamers avoided him. Platforms watched him more closely, and the audience that once found his chaos entertaining began to fracture. Some viewers grew uncomfortable. Others grew bored. Shock only works for so long before it becomes noise. Behind the scenes, the consequences were becoming harder to ignore. Streams were shorter, energy was lower, rants replaced bits. Where earlier content felt planned, even if exaggerated, later streams often felt directionless, driven by frustration rather than strategy. Moments that once would have gone viral now pass with little reaction. This wasn't a sudden collapse, it was erosion. And then came the allegations. Over time, serious claims began circulating online involving inappropriate behavior and disturbing messages. Some of these claims were supported by screenshots and first-hand accounts. Others remained unverified, discussed heavily, but never conclusively proven. What mattered most wasn't just whether every claim was true, it was that the accumulation of them changed how Neon was perceived. The narrative shifted. He was no longer just an edgy streamer pushing boundaries. To many, he became a liability, a risk, someone whose content wasn't just chaotic, but uncomfortable to engage with. And for the first time, the attention started working against him. The same internet that once rewarded escalation was beginning to pull away. As the allegations spread, Neon's content entered a new phase, one defined less by ambition and more by damage control. Streams increasingly revolved around denial, deflection, and confrontation. Neon addressed critics directly, argued with chat, and framed the growing backlash as a coordinated attack rather than a response to his own actions.